I had like a lower GPA from my undergrad, and I knew that was going to be an obstacle for me. And I wanted to go to a very specific school in a very specific market. So I just felt like I needed help, and I knew that I wouldn't have probably been able to do it on my own. And I think one reason that I reached out as well is because I think I needed a lot of help coming up with like a personal narrative that would kind of tie my whole application together, and that would hopefully lead people away from my lower GPA and kind of like see the whole. Um, so that's kind of the few reasons why I reached out.
Awesome. Can you share what you feel was the biggest win from our work together?
Oh wow, I feel like there were a lot of wins, honestly. Um, I think our biggest win was probably my personal statement. I definitely went into it thinking like I have no idea how to like really sell myself, and you definitely helped bring out these things in me that like I hadn't originally thought of. Like when I was initially thinking of my personal statement, I was like, I don't know, like I'll just write about my career or something. But you kind of found like these little like niche characteristics that I had, and you really brought out the stories for those, and I think it really helped my application stand out. And back to that narrative, like I think it really brought out a part of me that people would not have seen if you hadn't helped me with that. So I think that was probably my biggest win working with you. So two of the schools I've been accepted to have commented like on my personal statement. They wrote like little notes on my acceptance letter, and I actually did an interview with the assistant dean of admissions at one of the schools, and she remembered like little details about it, and she brought it into my interview. So like we were right in the interview, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you mentioned that in your personal statement," or she was like, "Oh yeah, your personal statement mentioned this. Like, can you elaborate on that a little bit more?" So for her to remember that is really kind of crazy to think about how many applicants they see, and for them to like be able to remember specifically what you're writing. I think it's a big deal. I have one full tuition scholarship, and I have another one that's basically almost full tuition. And then I'm on the wait list for a top 30 school.